you will not be let down. Trust in your abilities. So overcome the fear and then trust in it. A lot of times people will have these really amazing moments of connection, psychic connection to something greater, receiving a sign, having a synchronicity, thinking about somebody and then they call, whatever it might be. And they'll be really fearful to share that experience because they're almost fearful to embrace it, but they're also fearful about being laughed at. I can't tell you how many times, especially when my first book came out, people would come to my events or come to my signings. What they really want to talk to me about is they'd want to share an experience that they had that was so magical and sacred and such an incredible connection, right, with somebody they love on the other side or being guided in a certain way. And they came to share it with me because they knew I was a safe place, that I wouldn't laugh. And I would always say to them, this is beautiful. Have you told other people about this? And they're like, no, I haven't, because I didn't want to get laughed at. But here's what would happen. People would start to share their stories. And instead of being laughed at, the person they said they shared it with would say, oh my gosh, that's incredible. I had a moment like that in my life too. Let me tell you about it. And it would unfold this beautiful, beautiful history of like this magical moment of connection the person had. And that energy is contagious, that light energy, that positivity, that knowing that we are connected to something so much greater than we can even fathom, that we are so much more loved and guided and protected than we can imagine, changes your life. It makes things miraculous. And when you have a mindset of being open to that, of saying, I have these abilities and I'm so excited to explore them and embrace them, send me the people, the books, the situations, the lectures, the shows, the experiences I've met that are going to help foster that in me, you're also connecting and giving permission to your team of light on the other side to help do that for you. I think it's just beautiful and magical when we do that. So nobody needs me. Nobody needs anything prescriptive. All a person needs is the intention that I want to open to this and I'm willing to explore this. You know, my guides have always told me, be open. That's my mantra. Like, be open to what is brought to me, be open to the experiences, to the people, to wherever I'm guided. And then also trust the energy you're picking up on, right? Trust that. That's all anybody ever needs to do. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody came here programmed with such unique and special gifts that they were meant to find, honor, and then share with the world, right? And then share with others and help other people do that. You know, that's true power to me. It's when we find what we came here gifted with, we honor it and share it, and we help others rise. I think this materialistic world often sends us the wrong message that power is, you know, this false power actually, which is power over others, right? Oh, have people envy you or be able to control people or be able to do this. And that's not what power is. Power is helping others find their light and shine it and share it and rise together.
Yeah, I think you brought about two really beautiful points in fear and trust, which is what either blocks us or opens us to these ideas. And I think that what would be really interesting to explore with you is, how do people know the difference between, and maybe what you're answering is somewhat, maybe you don't need to know, but I guess the difference between infatuation and then a deeper frequency connection. So like, we've all had moments where we're like, this is my person, this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And we feel like we know. And either that person doesn't want to be with you, and then you're like, well, no, how can they not? They're my person, I know. Or there's the other side of it where they do want to be with you, but then you get bored or that feeling goes away after a couple of years or maybe even less or more, whatever happened. So I find it's really interesting. Do we need to know the difference between infatuation and a frequency connection, or is the experience of the infatuation part of the journey we're meant to go on anyway?
I love this because we're getting into the topic of love, right? Which is really what we're here for. We're all here to give love and receive love. And any opportunity we have to give that or receive that, that's it. It's that simple. That's the meaning of life, right? But now we get into like romantic love and what does that mean? And we can even go into the concept of soulmates and what are they? But let's stick right now with infatuation, that sort of love, right? It's almost as if a button's been activated in us that's like, this person